What's going on, traders? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another live stream. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm going to be analyzing, but I'm going to be using this time. We have about 10 minutes or 11 minutes until the market opens. So right now it's during pre-market hours, and I like to take advantage of this time, analyze certain stocks that have potential, calculate my risk, see if it's something that I'm going to want to trade today, and then answer some of your questions that you guys might be asking. So I'm going to start sharing my screen as you guys start tuning in. So I do want to thank you guys all for taking time out of your Monday or out of your morning to join us. So I really do appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. JNUG yesterday ended up playing out like very well compared to like what we were planning on what we were planning on. I don't know if you guys have been joining us every morning before the market opens, but it's been continuously seeing a downward trend. It hit its like lowest point at 1672, and then ever since then it's been just seeing consistent growth. I do want to remind you guys that not every stock is always going to continue to rise, right? But it has been seeing a lot of upward momentum. It right now during pre-market hours hit a resistance at about $20 and saw a little bit of a pullback. We most likely will break through $20 just based on the previous trends, but you never know, so that's why we set stop losses. But great for those that have been trading JNUG. I do have one of my buddies, his name's John Dolan. He's one that was trading JNUG from a very low point and has probably been riding it ever since then. So the margin of profit from, let's say, about $17 to where it is right now is about 15%. And again, JNUG is a gold-based ETF, meaning that JDST, the inverse gold-based ETF, is almost hitting its lowest point, which is around $58. And again, this one then eventually most likely is going to bounce. And they do this very often from time to time. One rises all the way to the top, then it sees a downward trend, then bounces, and then they duplicate or mirror one another's just trends. So JNUG, that one looks like it's going to be doing pretty well today. DRYS, don't really care too much about that one. Wow, huge drop. BLCM, yeah, this is not definitely one that sees a lot of volume. Looks like it had a huge pullback. Had a previous support at about $12. Right now it's currently at $13.21. RSI was almost looking good. Yesterday it looked good. It bounced at $12. It has a 15. That's 25% profit. It looks like it was some consistent upward momentum. It saw a huge rise yesterday and today as well during pre-market hours. But now it's seen a huge drop. And what does that mean? Well, these are actually the stocks that I personally like to chase. The reason why is after they see huge drops, I think that they build huge margins of profit. So it's easy for me to identify a support. So let's say I get in when it breaks above $13. That's going to be my support. And all the resistance that it had before was about $14. So that's almost, I believe, 8%. Yeah, 7.5% margin for profit. So getting in when it breaks above 13, selling at 14. So again, identifying the support, the resistance. What's my percentage or potential for loss? Well, I'm only going to be getting if it starts to see signs of upward momentum. Right now it's at 13.21. So I'd like to see somewhat of a sell-off or a pullback during the market open. So this might be one that I'm going to want to follow up with. So BLCM. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys again for joining us. Let's see. Top to the morning to you. AVEO. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. Well, based on this huge spike that it's seeing right now, especially during pre-market hours, it went from highs of about 73 cents to highs of 128, and it's most likely going to have a sell-off if it plays out like most pump and dumps. I personally don't like trading stocks that are less than $1, and I can see this one easily going below or sub $1 right as the market opens, as all the people that held overnight are probably going to be locking in profits. I think it has a support right now based on this bounce that it's had once here, and it looks like it might be bouncing again here at 110, and it has a slight resistance right around 120. So again, support, resistance, creating a plan, seeing if that works out for you. But what it really comes down to is if you guys can't see the potential, if you guys can't manage your risk, and you guys don't see the value in investing in let's say AVEO or whatever stock you are looking at today. Just know, again, only trade whatever you see value in, never trade based on anyone else's opinion. And that's really just it. You have to see or ask why, this thing has taken such a huge rise. It's almost 80% profit, is 80% profit from top to bottom. And okay. Well, it looks like there's some news behind it, but again, that means that there's a lot of hype. So with that hype, I mean, it might continue to rise, and yeah, I mean, there's definitely always money to be made with whatever it is that sees like huge increases or huge news such as this. But again, I don't really like trading such like overhyped stocks. It's very hard for me to like calculate my risk. Just because they're very volatile, and if it breaks this 110 support, although I might have my stop loss at 110, I might not actually get filled until like 105 or $1 or even quicker, depending on how fast it drops, which is something that I've experienced before, and that's why I don't trade like as small caps as these that see huge momentum spikes. So yeah. Alrighty, let's see. What's going on, man? Cancer drug was recommended for approval in Europe. Yep. Yeah, so I mean, it definitely seems like it's a stock to watch for AVEO. There might be a lot of hype. Again, it really depends on what kind of trader you are. I'm more of a technical trader, so I don't always try to find these like breakouts almost. Connor does a really good job within Technical Solutions finding these breakouts, so feel free to follow him. His profile or his channels right here. It does a lot of talks about breakout stocks. I'm more of a technical trader, so I'm going to continue moving on forward, so I hope you guys are okay with that, and seeing if I can identify potential on anything else. No. Okay. Nope. Okay, well, this one's pretty nice. The reason I think this one's pretty nice, it looks like it's bouncing right now. It looks like it hit highs of 310. Again, this could have been just a huge momentum spike. Obviously, the RSI indicated that it was way oversold, but it had a previous support at $2.40, which I find interesting. The reason why it's because it's bouncing around that same area, and in doing that, then that means that it has potential to continue moving up. But where is the resistance? And because of these huge momentum, spikes, it's hard to calculate where the resistance is. If I go a little bit further back, I can see that there was previous resistance at 250, which doesn't give me a lot of margin for profit from top to bottom. That's about 2%. With a percent loss, if I get in at like 245 and I kept my losses below 240, it's about 1.82. So that risk isn't worth it for me. If it comes down a little bit closer to the 240 support and I see that it bounces, maybe I can do that. And but again, without this hype, without this data up here, going based on more like normal trends, CLSN, let's see. It definitely is more at a bottom price right now, so it's right here at 240. It has gone lower before to lows of 203 before, but it has seen pretty nice little spikes, and obviously they don't last a very long time. So once you see huge spikes, it's obviously like a good time to sell off. But an old support was 250, so that's going to be a new resistance. As you can see that it's bouncing up, but I like that it has shown that it has potential. So this might be one that I want to look at today. So I'll definitely. So we have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. FTR is still playing the way that it played out yesterday. Not too sure if you guys saw my trade on this one. I said that I wasn't going to trade it, but then ended up trading it anyways. It was a very quick trade. It was about 20 minutes. And what it came down to was like I felt like the risk was worth it. All I really did was I saw that it had a previous support at 111 at or it had a bounce at 111, previous support at 110. So I was like, look, if I buy in at 111 and I tried to sell at 115, that seemed very realistic to me. And I had a stop loss set at 110, so my margin for profit was again about 1% or less. So not much risk with a little bit more reward. I made like $108 in about 20 minutes. So it wasn't a bad trade. Right now it's already trending up. I really want to break above this 116 resistance before I decide to jump on in again. But if it comes back down to 111, I might decide to jump on in again. 32 seconds remaining. Let's see if you guys have any questions for me. Brandon's asking, sorry to bother you, but is this for penny stocks? It's for penny stocks, low cap stocks, and ETFs. It's for everything. I really just answer any questions that you guys have, and I analyze just certain stocks that I see potential in. So let's see, market's about to open. 4 seconds. FTR probably won't be moving much. That scared me. That was really loud. JNUG, I want to see CLSM. YT, man, ECYT has been killing it. ECYT, just consistent upward momentum for that one. Top one above $1, finally. Yeah, ECYT was one that we called from the support at 150, and ever since then it never broke below that support. So again, I want to give credit to all of you guys for finding this stock. But we identified the support at 150, so I always had my stop loss there. I did very small trades and very small positions with ECYT, but it looks like if we would have held from 150, which I never hold a penny stock because then you can't manage your risk, but it's up about 13 or to almost 14% since that hold. So great job for those that have been trading it consistently every day, because it definitely has been seeing good margins of profit. Tops, this thing had to go through reverse stock split. There's no way. Yeah, 115 reverse stock split. So, and you can see just after it does this reverse stock split, it just has huge sell-offs. And it's just like DRYS. They're just stocks that continue to do and encounter reverse stock splits and just continue to see downward momentum. So it just really dilutes the value of this certain stock. If you guys don't know what that is, then I'll look a little bit into it. Yeah, JNUG is having so much of a sell-off. It had a previous support at 920, or 920 was an old resistance, which will become most likely a new support. But let me see what you guys have to say. We played it perfectly yesterday. I'm not too sure if you guys, what was it? No, it was AMD. Let's see. AMD had a huge drop yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. From its spike during pre-market hours, and during that sell-off, that's when, and I called that sell-off off based on the previous trends that it's had. Like pretty much what I looked at was, I think 180 days. It had like, you know, consistent rises, and with all those rises, there's always huge sell-off. So I actually think it's going to continue to drop even more, and I'm going to wait more for the 1250 buy-in. But definitely does still have margins for profit if you guys want to day trade it. But for those that want to swing trade it, I'd give it a couple maybe days until it continues to break through all these supports, but it has been doing well. I mean, if you held overnight, you're still, or no, you would have been up if you could sell pre-market hours, but yeah, no, you're down. And yeah, that's why I wouldn't swing trade this. If I would day trade it, I would buy at the bounces. So right now I just had a pretty nice little sell-off. I would wait a little bit more because it looks like it's just seeing that resistance at about like 1450 is a little too strong at the moment. Right now, current price is 14.52. Yeah. I wait for, I'm going to set my alert to see if it breaks the support. And I'm going to be patient and see if I can swing trade this later on. But I usually don't see value in swing trading because of like opportunity costs. I feel like more of my money is better spent, or I make more money day trading than swing trading. Although, like, you know, if you don't have time to day trade, then maybe swing trading might be an avenue that you might want to explore. Looks like JNUG is bouncing now. Is at 14 at 1940. It's bouncing as you would expect. I thought it would pull down a little bit harder, but that's why I love these. That's why when I say like I love chasing red stocks, I really just mean pullbacks. So pullbacks are like once the market opens, people start locking in profits, or the demand for, you know, buying at that higher price isn't really there. So it has huge drops, and due to those drops, you know, you wait for the bounce, and then I make the decision to jump on in, and simply from the bottom to top right now, it's about 1.58%. Nothing huge, but again, it's really cool being able to identify these drops that they have. Let's see. Dang, it looks like it bounced pretty solid. Guys, did you guys see that? We called out during pre-market hours. It was like below 13, or it was at 13.21, and just spiked right through, and it has a 14.50. That was just the margin. I definitely was not quick enough, did not expect that to happen that quick, but it just bounced. So it looks like it's peaked out at 14.50, and most likely it's going to have a sell-off. So I'm going to simply set my alert once it goes below. So that was really cool that we were able to capture that, or at least call that out. Someone recommended BBBY, I believe, so let me check it out. Huge drops. So these are called gappers. Since they have a huge margin or a huge loss that they have, a huge sell-off, they lost about 11% for those that held overnight. That means for those that want to day trade it, if you have a proper plan, or you see value in it. So what I mean by that is it looks like it has a support at around, I would wait a little bit more. Maybe just more sense for upward momentum, but it has like this margin for it to come back up to where it was, which is about 11%. And it looks like it has a pretty solid support at 29.77. So this might be one to look into, but I definitely want to see more signs of upward momentum. Maybe the break above 30 could be a good sign for me. Great call. Looks like it's gapping up 1285, 1284. Or simply if you put a stop loss at 29.75, as that's the support, and you buy in now and you try to ride it up, it looks like the green candlesticks now. Let's see. Okay. Let's see how FCR is doing. 113, same old, same old. JNUG back down at support. Huge sell-off. Call that one out. That's huge. It's probably going to bounce at 13.50. It previously bounced the day before at 13.50, so that's probably going to be a support. And as we know, again, just looking at previous trends, hopefully we can get a little bounce in. That's still a decent margin of profit. It's about 3 to 4%. If it comes back up to this $14 mark, but yep, CLSN is bouncing. But again, it has that resistance at 250, which isn't really nice, which is not nice, right? It looks like it broke above that 250 resistance. Right now it's trending at 254, 255. RSI is a little high. It's out of my comfort area, so it's at 66 RSI, so it's meaning that it's more on the overbought side than oversold, so we might see a little bit of a pullback. And I think that has to do with that being a previous, resistance, as you guys could see here, but it has gone above that. It just had a huge volume spike, and CLSN does not usually see huge amounts of volume, so I'd expect somewhat of a sell-off. I'd be surprised if it goes above 260. All right. I want to see what you guys have to say. CYTR. So what is the name of this program? The name of the program is TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform, so it's a free software you have access to. You do have to be a United States citizen, I believe, because you have to put your social security number. So CYTR. No, I don't necessarily like this. Volume is way too low. It's below $1. Just resistance is already pretty much there. Yeah, no, I don't like CYTR. Personally, myself, right? NAK. Sell off, that's nice. has it been consistently in a downward trend? It looks like it used to have a pretty strong support at 152. So if it bounces, this could be a potentially good one. But again, volume is very low. Margin for profit is not huge. It's about 3%, almost on the high end. Well, if you get in right now, if you put a stop loss at 150, so if it goes below 150, then that'd be nice. And if you sell back at where it previously peaked out at, that's about 4% profit. But again, you're just buying in and hoping that it bounces rather than waiting for the bounce. So up to you, whatever it is that you see value in. But it looks like you actually set NAK waiting for the bounce, so that's good. Glad you see value in waiting for the bounce. So good call, Luis German. Does Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade have commissions? Yeah, $6.95 per trade. How are you adding alerts? I simply right-click. So you right-click wherever it is that you want to add alerts, and then you click Create Alerts. Is there any chat rooms for full traders that would be good to get into? Well, Brendan, and for all those that are watching us for the first time, I'm not too sure if you guys know, I do have a group. It's Tech But Solutions. So simply in the description of my YouTube video, so like this one, or any of my other YouTube videos, it takes you to my Facebook group. Again, it's a completely free group. You simply just have to have a Facebook account. We're a little bit over 18,000 members here on this Tech But Solutions Facebook group, but with all the different platforms we have available, we're a little bit over 25,000 members worldwide. And we have a series of different group chats. So once you get accepted to the group, because we do filter out certain people that we don't think can, in a sense, promote the environment that we want, and that's just a supportive community for both new and experienced traders. You click any of these links on the group chats, and then once you get accepted, there's the Tech But Solutions, the OTC group, that's the pre-market movers, and it's nonstop just conversations of, just people talking about what they're looking at, talking about best practices, talking about mistakes. So I highly encourage those that see value in that. Again, 100% free group, so I hope you guys join that. Thank you. Sorry to bother you on mute. No, dude, don't even apologize. That's what I'm here for, right? That's why I'm going live, so I can answer your questions. So I'm really glad that you joined the live stream, and I hope we can have you as a part of our team, Brandon. I day trade 120. Well, it depends. If you're using the Robinhood and you're day trading through Robinhood, you have to wait 5 days for your cash to settle. So 5 business days, not weekends. So that doesn't count. Stephen Richard says, I'm in the Facebook group, lots of energy, and I appreciate that. MTBC, let me check that out. MTBC. Again, support at 150. It looks like it's hitting more of a resistance. This is kind of like a critical point right now. It's at 150 right now. It's kind of just in between. I feel like I would stop loss out because I wouldn't want to ride it as it drops down. So what I see here are 2 levels. I see a support here and then a resistance here at 150. And then I see when it breaks above 150, it has a new resistance here at about 160. So right now it's right in the in-between. I'd much rather see it start seeing signs of upward momentum, and it's not really seeing that right now. It's seeing a downward trend, and I don't want to ride it all the way down. So what I'd see is I'd wait for the bounce, and once it sees the bounce, I would decide to jump on in, sell at this resistance, and if it continues to rise, I'll buy back in and then sell again at this resistance or wherever the RSI indicates that it's being oversold. So that's, again, just what I would do. But again, only do what you guys see value in, and that is pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going, I didn't have time to jump in on FTR, and I've been kind of sticking to, I don't know if you guys have seen my previous videos, but I've been trading kind of the same old things just because I haven't been putting, I usually dedicate 30 to 40 minutes to doing technical analysis, like, hit resistance is having sell off. I usually dedicate about like 30 to 40 minutes, at least every day, to performing technical analysis, identifying potential, setting up plans for a series of stocks that I'm going to be planning on trading the following days. And I do apologize for those that have been kind of thinking that it's been very repetitive during my live streams these past couple of maybe 8 days. It's been because I'm here kind of on a vacation trip in Spain. As you guys can see, I'm in San Sebastian, and it's 3:43 p.m. right now. So it's the afternoon, and I usually have to, during my day, come back and get everything set up for you guys, and then go live, and then continue with my day and my vacation here. So I do apologize that it hasn't been 100% you know, me fully dedicated to my trades, and that's why I'm only trading what I'm comfortable with. It's just because I haven't had the time to dedicate and finding, in a sense, these different stocks or doing too much. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm spending about maybe like $50 to $80 like a day. So as long as I make that, it's almost like I'm traveling for free. And I've been doing pretty good with that. There's, you know, I have seen maybe like 2 days ago, I saw a day that I lost money, which was my first red day here in San Sebastian. But other than that, yesterday I brought in 108. I think like 3 days before I brought in a little bit over 230. So it's been very consistent, and I really do appreciate all your guys' support. And the reason that I still continue doing the live streams, even in my vacation, is because I have thousands of you guys that not only watch my videos to hear me out, but I know you guys just use my like live chats and my platform to network with one another. And I know it's much more than just me. So that's why I continue making these live streams. That's why I want to continue doing what it is that I do, because I think that not only do you guys like maybe enjoy just hearing me out and stuff like that, but I think a lot of it has to do with you guys really just like networking with one another, and I really just like to be that spark in that interest. So I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you guys are okay with that. I am returning to the States on the 1st, I believe, but there's still a couple days that I'm going to be out here. I believe it is the 23rd. Yeah, and it's 3:45. I have a couple plans left here with my girlfriend. We're going to probably go on a hike to a castle. Not too sure if she had it all planned. So I'm probably going to do that in the next couple of minutes. Not too sure if I'm going to day trade today because I don't have any Wi-Fi connection anywhere else. But that's really just it, guys. I am going to most likely do a recap video, kind of just giving you guys shout outs, congratulating all of those that did well today, sharing some best practices. And that's really just it. That doesn't seem like. There's someone that's saying that doesn't look like it's 122-degree weather in Arizona, because I'm usually from I live in Gilbert, Arizona, and it's like all my buddies have been sending me Snapchats that it's like 127 degrees over there in Arizona and stuff like that. So it's been hilarious that it's it was actually really hot and very humid over here, so I felt very uncomfortable. And guys, they don't have like ACs here. At least it's not very common. Nor do they have dryers. That was kind of like a culture shock for me. But it's been an amazing experience that I'm able to share with all of you guys, and I'm able to visit my girlfriend here that's studying abroad for a couple months, and it's been definitely a true blessing that I get to do it, and I still get to make money while doing it, and I get to share everything it is that I do with you guys. So I see all your guys' thank yous and for thanking me and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate that. Holy moly, what happened? BBBY went above $30. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that thing's trending back up now. So that's really just it. I'm not going to be trading too active, at least not today. I really just want to enjoy today. It's Friday. And then we have a trip to probably visit France and stuff like that. I did film kind of a vlog. I'm reading your guys' comments. You guys are so freaking hilarious. I like you. Your hat, not so much. Not too sure if you're saying because I always wear it or because you don't like Arizona State University, which is the university that I attend. But overall, I'll end it here. I'll let you guys get back to your trading. Thank you, Stephen. But just again, something that I talked about yesterday that I think played out very well is one of the things that I ask for you guys, if you guys can do me the biggest favor, if you guys are a part of TechBud Solutions, which is the Facebook group, this is where I want you guys to post it. But all I want you guys to do, if you guys have 1 to 2 minutes to dedicate to this, is to, at the end of the day, regardless if you had a great day or a bad day, talk about what you did good, what an area of improvement, what you could have done better, and what you learned today. I think simply by having, the 18,000 on that platform, sharing what they did good and what they did bad, would be a very useful tool for the hundreds, if not thousands, of people that read that every day. And if you guys can do me that favor, that would truly let me know that you guys are really enjoying these videos. And that's really just it. You guys can like this video, and it gives me an understanding that you guys like these live streams as well, which I really do appreciate. But most importantly, I want to make sure that the content that we continue to share within not only my YouTube channel, but within my platform of TechBud Solutions is something that has quality. and I see the biggest quality in networking. And again, it really comes down to the simple things of just sharing our best practices and sharing our mistakes in an effort to help everyone out. So I hope you guys see value in that. And that's really just it. So thank you guys again for all your time. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, guys.